Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn how to do a sunset. Now I'm following a series of time lapses, and the one I'm doing today is this one. And I've started off with a pale blue background, and I've added some darker blue. And to get the pale blue, you're going to need to mix a white, and if you have it, a light blue. But it's not necessary to have this one. If you have darker blue, for example this one, that's fine too, and you just put enough white until you get this color. And I also added some black to this color blue to make it darker for the sky. And then I added my horizon line. Now every painting has one, but on the sea, it's easier to see because there's always a very distinct line where it looks like the sky and water and meet each other, and the ocean ends and the sky begins. So I'm gonna have to fill in the colors of the sunset now and lighten up my dark area. This is my first layer, so it looks ugly, but as we go it gets better. Okay, so this is my palette. To mix your colors better, you can blend it with your fingers or use a damp brush. Okay, once I have that in, I'm gonna try to go to make my sky a bit darker. At the very edge, we have an orangish yellow, and actually closer to the horizon there is some yellow in the clouds, so I'm gonna have to try to get that using a smaller brush. Gonna make a lighter base for my other colors to come in right above my horizon line. And gonna try to bring some orange into that picture. I'm gonna have to come back and do some cloud work. Let's make this a little brighter. And now if you don't have orange, you're gonna have to mix your red and yellow to achieve the orange you wish. Now since the waves have some of this color, I'm just brushing over where it's not dark, and where it's supposed to be yellow or light orange, it's always good to leave the canvas a bit blank so that the yellow can shine better. Here I started off with something dark, so it didn't work very well. I just had to cover it up. It will still work, but it would have been better if I had left it the way it was. I'm gonna come back and mix in the darker areas of the sky again, just to show you what colors I had. I'm gonna mix it here. A bit dark blue and black. And this comes up here, and then more up here. My sky is probably a little textured than yours will be. It doesn't have to be this way. I thought I wanted to do one like this today. Alright. And we'll let the rest dry. Doesn't look like much right now, but eventually it will. I'll come back and darken the sea. Right where the waves come in, get darker. So now we'll mix in some peach color with the orange. See if that works. Okay, it was in a pure. And then lighten it up with some white. Get the little highlights coming in. So I decided to make this part more white, and now it will match the rest a bit more. It's a very dramatic effect happening over here. And, this was created from not letting it dry right away, and just going right ahead and mixing all the colors, and this is what happens when you do that. So it's really, and this is how you can have textured acrylic. Now if I would have let it dry, it would have gotten a more smooth look to it, but this time I have just crowded the sky with a little bit of chaos, because at this time of day it's getting a bit chaotic. Waves are growing bigger, and I wanted to match that mood. And it's always easier to just go right away with the paint and not waiting for it to dry. But if you have patience, you can wait 15 to 30 minutes and it will get drier. So now here I've added some orange. I'll mix some here too. So there we have part of the sky almost done. A bit more white. It's a bit of blue, it's a bit more white here. And there's a few breaks in the clouds. It all looks a bit rough in mine. And just continue. adding water to your paint will allow you to play with it more. Here I had a bit too much mixing with blue and I wanted it to be clear, so I took some away with my finger. This is possible with acrylics. Okay, so I like the way my sky is. I'm just gonna add some more pink to the top. Okay, so for this, now we're gonna go on to using black to put in our clip. So the clip comes up here. I'm gonna use a good amount. And just check where it ends so you have an idea. So we can go according to proportion. Now you're gonna come up to here, and that's where it's gonna come. So that's the outline. And now just fill it in. To complete my textured look, I will continue using a heavy coat of acrylics. Again, if your scene is more gentle, feel free to give it a thin coat. Maybe water it down so it's not as thick and easier to maneuver. Just when something is watered down, it tends to have it's very flowing qualities, and it might leak into the rest of your painting. We don't have anything down here right now, so that won't matter if it would leak all the way down. But it's up to you if you want to do it. So this is what I have. Just go back to the sky a bit. Wanted it a little darker. Alright. Okay. That's about it. And I'll go back and darken my horizon line. Now there. Just try to get the black out of the way. Now this is what we have so far, and I'll add some white to the water using a thin brush for delicate strokes. Again, keeping it textured. This is where the water is coming. And you can always go back and darken it if you have too much white. Again, this is all layers. So just step by step, and eventually you have a well-formed painting. the white runs all the way down here. We're gonna have to mix some darker colors into it because it's not gonna be a pure white. As evening sets, it's not pure. It's a bit tinted. Okay. I will go ahead and darken the very edge of my painting with a watered down black. And mix in a little bit of whites like that. That's about right. And so this way, it's not too dark. It doesn't compete with the cliff. The cliff is the darkest part of the painting, and if I had completely black as the cliff would have, then it would completely throw the colors out of proportion. I mean, it would look wrong. It's important to get the colors right. So I've come back with the black. I'll probably go back with more white later because I've kind of fumbled it up a little. Now I need a smaller brush. I'm gonna decorate my seafoam. I can do this while it's wet too. Just seafoam looks wet and won't matter if it's all jumbled up. And I'll use some pure black for this part. Okay. I'll come back to this again. I feel like it's not blended in right. And needs a little more darkening up here. Now we're filling in the white that I took away before. Just lightening up the spots that should be white. Okay. This way it will really brighten it up as it should. Alright, it's already starting to look better. I'm gonna whiten my seafoam. I think that's about right. And I will go over my black again. I'm just trying to get the shape to be more defined. And so far so good. So because there is more darker spots in the seafoam, just inserting those. And then to darken my waves a bit again. still not completely satisfied. But okay, and I'm gonna go back to my sky now and get some blue. I have this color, it's a purplish blue. If you don't have it, you can always just mix a darker blue and use a black with it, and you'll get the same effect if you mix enough times. Just experiment with your paints. Okay. So you guys can see what I'm doing. There. Just okay. I want some more ripples in my water, but this time I want it a darker blue. So I'm going to mix it with this color together and water it down. Use a very fine brush. Go. It kind of took the brightness of the water away, so I'll probably be back to fix that. With adding more white, yellow and white mixed together. This mixture, gonna really have it popping in no time. Okay, this does not belong. Sometimes if the brush is starting to get old or is failing you, anyways, it will start to drop hairs. That's when you know to replace them. But I don't see that happening with this one. Not yet, anyway. Okay, aside from this yellow, we're gonna need a little more pink. Okay, that's about right. Just a bit more pink through. Just touch up this guy a little. There. Get the way it is. Maybe a little more white in this little corner. Okay, that's about it. more touches here and there. Okay, so I'm done. Well, almost. Sorry, I'm a perfectionist. It's the basic sunset. More lazy one. And you have it. That's my version. A little bit more yellow than the one we're used to. So it's a stormy atmosphere with very strong waves and white foam at the ends near the beach. Okay, that's all for now.